AI, wiring human intimacy. Have you ever wondered why a simple notification, a reply, or a digital nudge can make you feel seen, even understood? What if the warmth of connection, the spark of empathy, could be measured, mapped, and, in a sense, engineered? In this world of screens and code, the threads of human intimacy are no longer only biological. They ripple through algorithms, neural networks, and the hidden architecture of technology itself. Over the next 20 minutes, we'll explore how neuroscience, psychology, and code converge, revealing the patterns that shape trust, emotion, and closeness in the digital age. This isn't about cold logic. It's about understanding how our minds, our hearts, and even our biology respond when empathy is encoded into the systems we use every day. And if you listen closely, you might just begin to see yourself in the design. The subtle ways the digital world reflects, amplifies, and sometimes obscures the very connections we crave. The disruptive revelation. What if the secret to human intimacy isn't found in the heart, but in a recursive function, inspired by Alan Turing? Imagine for a moment that the warmth you feel when someone truly sees you isn't just chemistry or chance, but a pattern. One that can be mapped, measured, and understood. We live in a world where screens mediate more interactions than hands or voices. The paradox is striking. Human connection, the most ancient and intimate currency of survival, now dances across binary signals. What if empathy, like code, could be engineered? And what if understanding that code is not a cold exercise in logic, but a journey into what makes us undeniably human? The digital synapse. The brain is wider than the sky. Emily Dickinson. Neuroscience tells us that a single neuron can fire across hundreds of synapses, sending electric whispers that orchestrate thought, feeling, and connection. Now, consider the digital synapse, the interface, the platform, the app, where attention jumps, like spark microjoys, and notifications mimic the anticipation of a human gaze. The gap between one mind and another hasn't disappeared. It has been translated into milliseconds, pixels, and latency. Modern UX design no longer guesses at human emotion. It measures it, modeling the synaptic dance that defines intimacy. Biological blueprints and logic. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. Oxytocin, the so-called bonding hormone, surges in moments of trust, eye contact, and shared laughter. In a digital environment, these chemical signals are absent, or are they? Micro-interactions, thoughtful feedback loops, and subtle design choices can trigger analogs of these responses. A well-timed notification, a responsive avatar, or a personalized message can mimic the gentle spike of human trust. Biology, it seems, has blueprints that can be translated into logic if we are careful enough to read them. Recursive empathy and mirroring. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Anais Nin. Recursive functions in programming repeat operations, refine outcomes, and reflect results. Empathy, at its core, is recursive. Understanding oneself allows understanding another. Digital interfaces that mirror users' behavior, anticipate needs, and respond with clarity create a subtle resonance, an echo of our own patterns. Each interaction is a reflection, each response a mirror neuron firing in the quiet circuits of the mind, bridging the gap between human and code. Architecting vulnerability. To be fully seen by somebody, then, and be loved anyhow. This is a human offering that can never be coded. Carl Rogers. Silicon may be precise, but human emotion is messy. Designing empathy requires allowing imperfection, friction, hesitation, and subtle inconsistencies. Interfaces that anticipate perfection often fail to resonate. Vulnerability in design is the admission that users are complex, that their attention is precious, and that the journey toward trust is nonlinear. A small glitch, a pause, or a micronudge can sometimes create more intimacy than flawless execution ever could. Perception Insight Quiz. After you listened, open the quiz tab. The questions reveal how you interpreted what you heard and invite you to have noticed the hidden logic in your reactions. Then, share your score in the comments. The mirror of mind. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Aristotle. Every click, every scroll, every micro-choice is a reflection of the inner mind. Thoughtful design doesn't just anticipate behavior, it prompts reflection. Users begin to see their own patterns mirrored back, like an elegant dance between self and system. In this way, code becomes a tool for self-awareness, revealing not only what we do online, but why we do it, and how our cognitive biases shape our digital selves. Cognitive resonance in interaction. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. John Milton. Neuroscientists describe resonance as the synchronous firing of neurons, creating alignment between perception and experience. Interfaces can cultivate cognitive resonance, using timing, feedback, and subtle cues to harmonize with the user's mental rhythm. When the user feels understood, attention aligns and engagement deepens. It's not manipulation. It's a reflection of the biological imperative to feel seen and heard. The ethics of empathetic code. Technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. Christian Lange. As we translate human intimacy into algorithms, ethical questions emerge. Empathy engineered without consent risks exploitation. The same systems that nurture trust can manipulate desires, shape opinions, or distort identity. Ethical coding demands awareness. Building for connection requires responsibility. Ensuring that digital bridges don't become prisons of influence or instruments of persuasion divorced from human welfare. The feedback loop of trust. Trust is the glue of life. Stephen Covey. Trust isn't instantaneous. It grows in loops, small confirmations of reliability, consistency, and understanding. Digital systems that mimic these loops through predictable interactions, visible responsiveness, and confirmation of agency can cultivate authentic trust. Users, consciously or not, detect patterns, predict intentions, and reward reliability. The loop becomes self-reinforcing, echoing the neural mechanisms of bonding in the offline world. Algorithmic compassion. Compassion and tolerance are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Dalai Lama. Code can anticipate frustration, predict missteps, and offer gentle guidance. AI can model outcomes with kindness, prioritizing clarity over cold efficiency. Algorithmic compassion is the capacity of a system to adapt to human imperfection, to respond with patience, and to provide space for reflection. When thoughtfully designed, code can extend the human capacity for empathy rather than diminish it. The neuroplastic interface. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Donald Hebb. Repeated exposure to certain interface patterns shapes the brain. Thoughtful design encourages constructive habits, reinforcing reflection, patience, and social understanding. Misaligned interfaces, conversely, reinforce distraction, anxiety, and impulsivity. The architecture of the digital world sculpts neural pathways. A silent tutor that can shape emotional literacy and empathy or erode it. The subtle power of microinteractions. Small hinges swing big doors. W. J. Cameron. Every tiny interaction, a reply, a reaction, a hover, carries significance. Microinteractions are the gestures of the digital age, the nods and smiles that mimic human attention. Designers who master these moments wield influence over cognition and emotion, creating a rhythm that feels personal, intimate, and alive. The art of empathy is in the details, not in grand gestures. The paradox of proximity. Distance gives perspective. Blaise Pascal. We are paradoxically closer and more distant than ever. Technology collapses space, but the depth of connection is contingent on design. Richly responsive systems can bridge this paradox, giving the impression of presence while respecting autonomy. AI can simulate attentiveness, but authenticity emerges when interfaces reflect user agency, curiosity, and choice. Connection is not mere proximity, it is engagement. Synthetic resonance and the human soul. The more you know yourself, the more patience you have for what you see in others. Erikson. Synthetic resonance, the alignment of AI responsiveness with human expectation, offers an unprecedented tool, the capacity to enhance human social bandwidth. Yet, it is not a replacement for the ineffable qualities of face-to-face presence. The subtleties of tone, the fragrance of shared silence. The goal is amplification, not substitution, of our social capacities, guiding empathy without supplanting the soul. The future of connection. We are stuck with technology when what we really want is just stuff that works. Douglas Adams. Imagine a world where every interface is designed to reflect the best of human intent. Where code does more than solve problems, it fosters understanding, nurtures trust, and celebrates vulnerability. AI becomes a collaborator in connection, not a replacement. The IDE is no longer merely a tool for logic. It is a medium for human cohesion. The digital landscape, when approached consciously, becomes a canvas for empathy, a laboratory for ethical intimacy, and a blueprint for a more connected species. This is Decode Code, where we uncover the hidden patterns, unseen costs, and scientific forces shaping the mind in the digital age. The conversation doesn't end here. Visit the quiz tab and share your score in the comments. Thanks for your time. It's been a delight. What should we explore next? Comment, share, and save your insight. Subscribe to Orbital Sapiens and keep your thoughts bright.